Have a nice day. Today is Wednesday, 12th of February 2025. February 12th is primarily famous for Darwin Day, commemorating the birthday of Charles Darwin, the renowned scientist known for his theory of evolution by natural selection. Essentially, it celebrates the contribution of Darwin to evolutionary biology. Key points regarding on this day celebrated as Darwin Day. Reason marks the birth anniversary of the Charles Darwin. Significance is that the highlights Darwin's impactful work on evolutionary science. Now, starting the newspaper with the world news, including Russia releases American school teacher Mark Vogel in exchange after 4 years. Trump signs order for large-scale staff cuts in United States government. PM Narendra Modi Donald Trump meeting daytime and wire how to watch live streaming of Modi-Trump meeting. Israel's Netanyahu threatens to resume war on Gaza if captives not released by Saturday. Ahead of United States visit, PM Modi meets Vice President J.D. Vance on sidelines of Paris Artificial Intelligence Summit. Trump scraps enforcement of Hungarian bribery law. Brother for Gautam Adani. Here's all you need to know. Now, starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper The Hindu states that Zelensky offers land swaps as Russia heartens Trump with the prisoner release. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky speaks during the briefing with the President of the European Investment Bank, Nadia Calvino, in Kyiv, Ukraine, on Monday, February 10, 2025. Volodymyr Zelensky, who in the past has refused to accede any territory invaded by Russia, said he was ready to trade land in Russia's Kursk region, which Ukraine seized in a surprise offensive last year. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he was ready to swap land in negotiations with Russia, which freed an American prisoner, and a gesture President Donald Trump described Tuesday as a goodwill gesture on ending the war. PM Modi arrives in Marseille with the French President Macron, hails where Savarkar's bravery. French President Emmanuel Macron and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrive after the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit in the Paris at Marseille province airport in Méditerranee, southern France, February 11, 2025. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron arrived in Marseille ahead of their engagements in the city. PM Narendra Modi, upon arriving in the Marseille, paid a tribute to the city's historical significance in India's freedom struggle, recalling the courageous escape attempt of Veer Savarkar and thanking the French activists who supported him during his time of peril. In a post on X, he wrote, landed in Marseille in India's quest for freedom, this city holds special significance. It was here that the great Veer Savarkar attempted a courageous escape. I also want to thank the people of Marseille and the French activists of that time who demanded that he not be handed over to British custody. The bravery of the Veer Savarkar continues to inspire the generations. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper stated that we are just not confident of Hal. Air Chief's lament. Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh at the Aero India in Bengaluru. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh, has questioned the ability of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL) to meet the Air Force's critical requirements in the backdrop of the lingering delay in the supply of the new fighter jets, saying he has no confidence in the state-run plane maker. Shows a video of a conversation between the Singh and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited officials during an event at the Aero India 2025. President's role likely as no consensus in Manipur. President's role likely as no consensus in Manipur. Bharatiya Janata Party BJP lawmakers in Manipur on Tuesday scrambled to find a successor to caretaker Chief Minister N. Biren Singh as the spectre of the president's rule loomed large over the embattled state, and a deadline for convening the assembly in session neared. Groups of BJP lawmakers held a string of meetings with the party's Northeast coordinator Sambit Patra as consensus eluded the legislators on choosing a successor or to Biren Singh, who resigned on Sunday around 4:45 p.m. Patra, along with the BJP Manipur chief Shraddha Devi and at least 3 lawmakers, reached the Raj Bhavan in the Imphal, and met Governor J. Bala for about half an hour, said the people aware of the matter. Complicating matters was the looming deadline dictated by Article 174(1) of the Constitution that says that the Assembly, which was last adjourned on August 12, 2024, must be convened again within the 6 months. February 12, 2025, as the deadline crept up, possibility of the president's role increasing in a state that has battled brutal violence for close to 2 years now. Center planning to use artificial intelligence for identifying mule accounts, Mr. Shah said. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said the Ministry of Home Affairs' goal is to ensure zero cyber crime cases. The government is planning to use artificial intelligence to identify the mule accounts while cyber fraudsters or spark swindler funds. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said at a meeting of a parliamentary consultative committee of the Ministry of Home Affairs. The meeting on cybersecurity and cybercrime was held in Delhi on Monday, where the Home Minister also highlighted the steps taken by the centre to deal with the cybercrimes. Dismantling the anti-terror ecosystem, a priority of the government. Amit Shah at the Jammu and Kashmir Security Meet, Shah said efforts are underway to use artificial intelligence for identifying mule accounts and coordinating with the Reserve Bank of India and all banks to establish a system for their detection. A statement issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs said, quoting Shah, for national security reasons, 805 applications and 3,266 websites have been blocked based on the recommendations of the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center 14C, Ministry of Home Affairs, Cybercrime Monitoring and Detection wing, the statement said on Tuesday. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, gross domestic knowledge product. How a new plan to capture key economy as that additional GDP metric could pan out. Ministry of the Statistics and Program Implementation will form a technical committee to evaluate the proposal and provide guidance on measuring the knowledge of economy. At the present, all expenditures on intellectual property products (IPP) are recorded under the gross fixed capital formation (GFCF). The indicator for capital investment in the GDP data set for economy. Hardeep Singh Puri says energy transition needs announced understanding dismisses outright replacement of fossil fuels. There have been concerns that with the global attention on the green energy over the past few years, the oil and the gas industry is at risk of severe underinvestment, which could lead to more frequent energy price shocks. Union Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri, with the UK's Secretary of the State of Energy Security and Net Zero at Miliband at Energy Week, India. Make in India makes sense. Israel pushed for stronger investment ties with India on the proposed India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor (IMEC), which passes through Israel. Israel's Minister of the Economy and Industry Nir Barkat said the Israeli government is committed to making it happen. Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal and the Israel's Minister of Economy and Industry Nir Barkat at the India-Israel Business Forum in Raleigh. I'm going to Science and Tech. We have a role for India in South-South Climate Cooperation. Article 6.2 may foster such partnerships beyond the traditional North-South dynamic, enabling India to lead the South-South cooperation. India can position itself as a leader in the global transition to low-carbon pathway through transparent processes and equitable partnership. Conference of Party 29 at Baku, Azerbaijan, aptly referred to as the Climate Finance Conference of Party, has played a crucial role in the operationalizing core elements of Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. The adoption of the Article 6 at Baku represents a renewed focus on a market mechanism which could help countries that are often constrained by limited resources and face difficulties in achieving an economy-wide transition to carbon-neutral economy. Article 6 has a potential to meet the climate ambitions through a cooperative approach. It is key component. Article 6.2 facilitates the transfer of internationally transferred mitigation outcomes (ITMOs) between the host and the partner country to help countries meet their nationally determined contributions and indices by offering flexibility for tailored agreements. The process not only supports emissions reductions in the host country, developing country, but also fosters the technology exchange, promotes capacity buildings, and facility as financial resources from the partner country, developed country, helping in the transition to low carbon economy and reaching the sustainable development goals SDGs. History shows that work does not disappear due to the technology, says PM Modi at Artificial Intelligence Summit. AI is reshaping our culture, economy, and society. PM Modi. It leads to creation of new types of jobs and hence reskilling our workforce is essential, Mr. Modi said. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses the audience at the Grand Palace during the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit in Paris on February 11, 2025. Governance frameworks for artificial intelligence are not just about managing risks and rivalries. PM Narendra Modi at the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit in the Paris on Tuesday, calling for a collective approach to set standards for AI that benefit everyone, especially the global south. India is co-chairing the summit with France this year. Mr. Modi acknowledged the fear of widespread job losses from AI, but asserted that the history was shown that the work does not disappear due to the technology. New types of jobs are created, reskilling workforce would be important to prepare them for the changes AI will bring about, he said. There is a deep interdependence across the borders when it comes to AI. Mr. Modi said, therefore, there is a need to collective global efforts to establish governance and standards that uphold our shared values. Address risks and build trust. Governance is also about ensuring access to all, especially in the global south. It is where the capabilities are most lacking, be it compute, power, talent, data, or financial resources. Mr. Modi called for pooling together for resources and talent and developing open outsourcing systems for improving trust in AI systems. We must build quality data sets free from biases, Mr. Modi said, referring to the data on which AI models are trained. We must democratize technology and create a people-centric applications. Meghalaya Women Challenge the Art Act's provision bearing women over 50. High Court pulls up a fertility clinic for non-cooperation. Photograph is for representation purpose only. The court has asked the fertility clinic to form a medical board to assess whether the woman could undergo assisted reproduction. It was displeased when the clinic said it did not have the expertise to do so. The High Court Meghalaya has followed up the fertility clinic in Assam where the Meghalaya's woman bid to conceive past of the age of 50 years. A few weeks ago, the woman approached the Guwahati-based Institute of Human Reproduction to undergo a procedure to become pregnant. The institute told her that Assisted Reproductive Technology Regulation Act of 2021 bars women over the age of 50 to undergo the procedure unless she had a court order permitting her to do so. Now, at last, there's a famous personality from South Africa, Nelson Mandela, whose full name is Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Born in Rolihlahla, Mandela on 18th of July 1918 up to 5 December 2013. Was a South African anti-apartheid activist and a politician who served as the first president of the South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of the state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His government focused on dismantling the legacy of the apartheid by fostering racial reconciliation. Ideologically an African nationalist and socialist, he served as the president of the African National Congress ANC party from 1991 to 1997. Mandela served 27 years in prison, split between the Robben Island, Portsmouth prison and Victor Verster prison. Amid growing domestic and international pressure and fears of the racial civil war, President F.W. de Klerk released him in 1990. Mandela and de Klerk led efforts to negotiate an end to the apartheid, settled in 1994. Multiracial general election in which Mandela led the ANC to victory and became the president, leading a broad coalition government which promulgated a new constitution. Mandela emphasized reconciliation between the country's racial groups and created the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to investigate the past human rights abuses. Economically, his administration retained its predecessor's liberal framework despite his own socialist beliefs. Also introducing measures to encourage land reform, combat poverty, and expand health services, healthcare services. Internationally, Mandela acted as mediator in the Pan Am Flight 103 bombing trial and served as Secretary General of the Non-Aligned Movement from 1998 to 1999. declined his second presidential term and was succeeded by his deputy Thabo Mbeki. Mandela became an elder statesman and focused on combating poverty and HIV/AIDS through the charitable Nelson Mandela Foundation. Mandela was a controversial figure for much of his life, although critics on the right and denounced him as a communist terrorist, and those on the far left deemed him too eager to negotiate and reconcile with the apartheid supporters. He gained international acclaim for his activism. Globally regarded as the icon of the democracy and social justice, he received more than 250 honors, including the Nobel Peace Prize. He is held the prospective within the South Africa, where he is often referred to by his Themba name Madiba and described as the father of the nation. Nelson Mandela says a very famous quotation. He says that as I walked out the door towards the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I would still be in prison. Okay, thank you.